Rebecca.
I move to approve the district budget meeting on minutes on Monday, the 11th.
Second, Lisa.
Comments or questions? All in favor? And then lastly, motion please to approve the minutes of our special agenda meeting on Monday, May 11th.
I move to approve the minutes of the special agenda meeting on Monday, May 11th, 2026.
Second, Rebecca.
Comments or questions? All in favor? So, thank you very much. That brings us to the chair. Three smallish items. First, each board in the state gets to send a delegate to the Maine School Board Association Delegate Assembly in October. This is on the Saturday before the annual conference. I have served this board in that role in the past, so we have this year. The MSBA prefers to have a motion and a second to vote on that, so if someone wants to motion that.
That you attend. Sorry. I move that you attend Joe Long, the MSBA Delegate Assembly in October.
Second, Rebecca.
Favor? Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Forward that along to the MSBA. Our next town officials meeting is scheduled for June 17th at 8:30. If anybody thinks they were available and wants to attend, let me know, and I'll coordinate that. Lastly, board member update. Lisa, I'm going to speak. If I misspeak, please correct me.
Okay.
Lisa has informed us that due to work commitments, she's unable to complete the third year of her 3-year term and will therefore be stepping down from the board in November or so. What that means is that on the ballot in November in South Berwick, there will be a 3-year position open, which is the seat that had currently occupied, which your term is expiring. And also there will be a special 1-year board seat made available on that ballot, so that's just for public information.
That's South Berwick.
That is
South Berwick, yes.
South Berwick. Very good. That is it. That concludes the report of the chair and brings us to the report of the superintendent.
Thank you. All right, it's hard to believe it is June 3rd and we are here at my favorite board meeting of the year. So tonight, we are going to first spend a little bit of time celebrating our top 10 graduates. And they all have prepared some words about each other. So I believe we start with, who do we start with, Jack? Yes.
Hi, I'm here to talk about Emma Cosenza. So Emma and I, we haven't had many classes together, but I'd like to think that the interactions that we've had together have told me what kind of person she is. So I don't really think I've ever seen Emma without a smile on her face. It often feels pretty infectious. And aside from her obvious academic success, Emma's also an incredibly talented dancer. She takes a truly terrifying amount of dance classes at Bricks and Dance Works and still is able to maintain all of her studies, which is so impressive. And I know from my younger sister how just wonderfully she treats all the other dancers, how much they look up to her, how much she inspires them. And I have no doubt that Emma will have great success in whatever she chooses to do next in her life. So good luck next year at UNH, and congratulations, Emma.
Sorry, I can't reach. So I'm Emma Cosenza. I'm going to be talking about number 9, which is David Duvall. David is a very accomplished student and athlete at Marshwood High School, as well as a very active member of the community. He participates in numerous clubs and activities, including National Honor Society, Marshwood Interact Club, and Hold Club. He has also been a multi-sport athlete since freshman year, competing in varsity tennis and indoor track. He's also been an upstanding member of the academic community, and he's the recipient of a departmental award for French. Many describe him as being friendly, trustworthy, and determined, and he values his friendships and connections with classmates. In his free time, he has many hobbies, including tennis, skimboarding, and puzzles, and spending time with friends. Next year, David plans to further his education at Boston University with an undeclared major, where he will continue accomplishing his academic and athletic goals and being an influential member of the community.
Hi, my name is David Duvall, and I will be telling you a little bit about Noah Tessier. As is evidenced by his being here today, Noah is an exemplary student. He frequently takes classes that challenge him, and he is always eager to learn something new about nearly any subject. Apart from just being a good student, however, Noah is also an incredible classmate, teammate, and friend. Noah was the very first friend that I made after moving to Maine and entering the Marshwood school system in 8th grade. So I've had the opportunity to observe him very closely throughout his high school career. I've watched Noah be a great classmate to his peers. He understands the material beyond just what will be on the test and is always ready to help those who don't. Just this past week, he helped me learn how to tie some knots that were going to be on my outdoor ed test. I would say that helping people is one of Noah's greatest strengths. He's always willing to lend a hand, and through his EMT course at Sanford and his training as a firefighter in the Elliott Fire Department, he continues to find new ways for him to help people. Noah's an incredible friend to both me and those around him. He encourages us to constantly strive to be better and is always willing to lend an ear. I'm glad that I was lucky enough to be the one to give this speech. Congratulations, Noah.
Hi. Hi, my name is Noah Tessier. I'm here to talk about Izzy Rothwell. As you all know, Izzy is here today because of her exceptional academic performance in high school. But I think what defines Izzy more is her character. She is a very outgoing, devoted, and dependable person. When I first started to write this speech thinking about Izzy, what immediately came to my mind was how if you're walking down the hallway or if you're sitting in class, she is always the first person to give everyone a hello, a wave, check in, see how people are doing. This just outgoing part of her nature is so kind and really just shows how she cares about everyone around her. Another characteristic about Izzy is how incredibly dedicated she is. Not only is she very dedicated to her academic performance, again, which is a tribute to why she is sitting here today, she is also very dedicated to every part of her life. One example I can think of is field hockey, which she has competed in for all 4 years, and and she's been a key athlete for her team and a member for her fellow teammates to rely on. And that kind of brings me to my last point. She is dependable. For anyone that reaches out to her and needs help with school or sports, she always makes herself available and is there to help people with their academics and just anything they need. So when it comes to school, it is always good to have great grades and have a good GPA, and I can come up with so many things to describe Izzy, but I think what really matters when it comes to life is your character as a person. And when I think of Izzy's kind, thoughtful, and reliable character, I think it's more than enough proof to know that she will thrive in whatever she chooses for her next chapters after high school.
Hi, my name's Izzy Rothwell, and I'm going to be speaking about Ava Sanzone. Ava Sanzone is a standout student athlete in the class of 2026 who embodies what it means to build success through quiet determination. As a dedicated four-year athlete and decorated scholar, she has spent her high school career leading by example by allowing her work ethic to speak for itself. Ava's drive for success is seen both during and outside of school. She's not only a high-achieving student and athlete, having received the SMAA Individual Sportsmanship Award for track and cross country, as well as the Underclassmen History Award, but she's also a remarkably talented, self-taught artist. Her independent journey of art perfectly mirrors her overall character. Her highly motivated mindset, determination, and dedication to success in all that she does has made her a silent example to our peers. She is recognized as a leader not through noise, but through her exemplary actions and commitment to excellence throughout all sectors of her life. Whether she's in the classroom, leading a grueling workout, or capturing elements of life in her sketchbook, Ava's one-of-a-kind, perseverant attitude shines through.
Hi, I'm Ava Sanzone, and I'll be speaking about Sabine Dieran. As many of you know, Sabine has spent the past year studying abroad in Colombia, so I haven't had the opportunity to talk much with her this year. However, I've known Sabine since first grade, and she has always been an exceptional person. She's very funny, smart, and respectful to all. I've never been the closest with her, but she's always treated me and others with kindness. I'm sure taking a step to study abroad must have been scary for her, but Sabine isn't someone to shy away from a challenge. She's an extremely gifted writer and thinker, and I've been lucky to have several classes with her over the years. She adds so much to discussions and isn't afraid to voice her opinion, which is something I admire. For this year, she worked with the Marshhead Theater Program as a stage manager, which I can imagine takes incredible organizational and leadership skills. In the fall, Sabine is attending NYU, and I'm attending Fordham, both in New York City. It'll be nice knowing that there's someone there so close from home in a city that couldn't seem further away. Sabine, I missed having you at school this year, and I have an incredible amount of respect for you as a person. You bring so much to the table, and NYU is truly lucky to have you. Welcome home, Sabine. Everyone's so glad to have you back. Thank you.
Ava, thank you so much for those kind words. I would like to introduce Wyatt Urey, number 4. I still remember being in Mr. Scontr's freshman science class with Wyatt, and I think almost every one of us in this group can remember the insanity of that class. But I specifically remember Wyatt being an above and beyond student, which he has continued to be throughout his high school career. Incredibly talented in math and science, Wyatt is an amazing guy to ask for help. This is because he is kind as he is intelligent. For example, Wyatt is extremely dedicated to his community. A track captain, he is known to help out at track events even when his season has already ended. He is immensely dedicated to track along with his other passions. I know Wyatt to be an amazing photographer, which is evident in his aesthetic Instagram page. What is most evident to me, though, is the care that his friends have for him. He has an amazing support group, and we're all excited to see what Wyatt accomplishes next at WIT.
Hello. I'm so happy that I get to talk about Tommy, one of my good friends. Tommy is an amazing student athlete. He's part of the baseball team, ski team, and mathlete, and so much more. But beyond just what's on paper for Tommy, he's really kind, he's really helpful, considerate. I've had so many classes and study halls with Tommy, and he's always someone I'm able to bounce ideas off of and work with. He's really a deep thinker. Every time during Gov this year, anytime we'd come to like a complex topic, he'd really look at me and throw like a theoretical at me. And that really just speaks to his character of someone who thinks a lot, someone who's really engaged and wants to know why things work. And I think that just embodies Tommy and really is what I think most of when it comes to Tommy. He's always someone I'm just able to lean on, and he's a really great friend and good student. Thank you, Tommy.
I'm Tommy, and I'll be speaking on Fiona Williams. So for all 4 years at Marshwood High School, Fiona has not only been able to maintain academic excellence, but she's also been able to be actively involved in the high school. She was in the Marshwood music program playing percussion in the marching band, winter percussion, and in the concert band for 4 years. In addition to being in the marching band and winter percussion, she was also the drumline captain. Fiona cares deeply about our community. This is why she joined Interact Club, and later she became the president. Due to this passion she holds, she's going to Harvard University to study environmental science and public policy in the fall. But she still likes to have fun, so you can find her listening to music, hiking, camping, or just getting in the outdoors. Congratulations, Fiona, and good luck.
All right. I am honored to be here tonight to speak about Jack Dalton. I've been friends with Jack since about 5th grade, and I've just always known that he's like one of the smartest people around, and I can always turn to him. And in addition to this intelligence, he's always caring and willing to explain a math problem 3 different ways until you understand it or encourage you before a big test. Jack is an incredibly dedicated student as well as a performer. He has participated in numerous musicals over the last 10 years through Marshwood, the Seacoast Repertory Theater, and other programs. And he's also become a counselor for younger kids learning to love the art of acting. Jack also has a passion for medicine, recently receiving his National EMT certification and planning to pursue a pre-med track in the Honors College at UMass Amherst in the fall. I'm incredibly proud of Jack for all of the hard work he has put into becoming our valedictorian, and there truly isn't anyone more worthy of the title than him. Congratulations.
What an impressive group. You all are welcome to go back to your seats. You also are welcome if you choose to stay for the meeting, but do not feel you need to stay for the whole meeting. If you have other ways you'd like to spend your evening, feel free. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
The next thing on my agenda is I just want to take a minute to honor and say thank you to Cabri, our senior school board member. Cabri has been a member of the school board for the last 2 years, and we are very excited for her next steps going to UMaine, I hear, right? Yes. So I just want to thank you for the time you spent on the board and wish you well. And we have a card, but Lisa still needs to sign it, I think. It's coming. We will give you a card before the end of the meeting. But yes, so thank you. Thank you for your service. Oh, taking pictures. Okay. That brings us to the next portion of our agenda, and this is the meeting where we honor our retirees. And this year we have several retirees to talk about. And so I'm going to just kind of call people up in order to talk about the people that they have agreed to say a few words about tonight. Always inspiring and exciting to hear about the people moving off into retirement, but also super sad. We're going to miss them. So Marcy, are you here tonight? I'm going to have Marcy come up and say a few words. Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Marcy's going to say a few words about Linda Greer, our adult education director, who is retiring.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, great, thanks. It takes a special person to lead an adult education program. One of the many traits that made Linda such a successful director is her openness and her desire to run an extremely high-quality program for some of our most vulnerable students. Here are some of Linda's key accomplishments. She's developed her staff to truly address the needs of adult learners. Many, if not most, adult education programs lack staff with specialized skills required to address reading difficulties like dyslexia. Yet these are the very issues that often lead to students leaving school in the first place. Linda had one of our teachers, Rita, take the Orton Gillingham training, which has led to more struggling readers successfully reaching their goals. She asked me to survey the English as a second language students with the aim of making data-driven decisions, honoring student goals, improving outcomes, and raising the overall quality of teaching and learning. Along the way, she encouraged me to earn my master's in TESOL, Teaching English as a Second Language, and inspired our high-set ESL teacher, Wanda, to earn her TESOL certification. Our staff deeply appreciates the way Linda identifies and encourages people's talents and abilities. Linda has inspired her staff to take on leadership roles within the York County adult education programs and at the state level. Because of this, Wanda is now the main college and career expert for York County. This has meant we now enjoy deeper relationships with York County Community College and Southern Maine Community College, and have supported countless students in taking college classes. Because Linda sees possibilities, she's attracted community and business leaders to partner with us, successfully delivering a course for ESL students that resulted in 7 career certification and significant improvement in their English and assessment scores. Linda's leadership of this unique program has directly enabled many students to earn their high sets, achievements that wouldn't have been possible in other programs without the staff expertise and welcoming environment she's overseen. Her impact has also reached other adult ed programs. I've watched Linda become a mentor to new directors in Sanford and Massabesic. She serves on many boards and committees and is incredibly generous with her expertise. If Linda had a motto, it would be students first. She has curated a safe, welcoming, healing environment for our adult students, many of whom have had negative experiences with school in the past. A particular testament to Linda's impact is that she receives visits from a graduate from her very first year as a director regularly, and that some students have gone on to successful careers in one of her favorite career pathways, the water treatment industry. Her care and dedication to exploring career pathways that provide upward mobility have had positive and life-changing ripple effects within the families and communities of our students. So I'm going to wrap up and just say Linda will be sorely missed throughout all of York County adult education programs, but through her dedicated coaching and support, her legacy will be felt and appreciated for years to come. Thank you, Linda.
All right. Next, I'm going to invite Dr. De'Aaron to talk about Pam.
Okay. We're going to stand behind you. You can stand. Oh. All right. You can't. This is really hard. It's also hard because it's the third time I've talked about Pam, so I've had to be really original, but we're good. So when we first started the year, we were honoring Pam's 25 years of service. And I said that I'd spend the year campaigning for her to stay. And boy, did we try. Yet here we are. And I'm now kind of accepting that perhaps she really is leaving. This one feels real, so it's harder. As I've said countless times, I really cannot imagine a day without Pam at Central School. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I run every little thing by her or quickly find her with a piece of news or just a caring ear. Like even today, she left for like 2 hours and it was really long because I had a lot to say. So it's really bad, but it's been a really strange year this year of organizing speeches and parties without asking her opinion, or like I really do that. I like, oh, I should ask her to read the speech, but that would be dumb because it's about her. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like with Central without her, but as I said at her party, I've decided that we're going to work hard to make her proud instead of thinking we won't survive. Over the years, Pam, you've been a teacher, a literacy coach, an interventionist, a mentor, an instructional leader, a PTO liaison, a committee member, organizer of countless events such as the Hike Through History, the 100th Day, fundraising walks in honor of loved ones. And no matter what's been asked of you, teaching a new grade level, taking over a classroom, mentoring a new teacher, leading professional development, solving a problem, you always say yes with a positive smile. Even if you're not feeling that, you smile and say yes. Those lucky enough to have you as a teacher know that they won the lottery. Students and families adore you, and the connections you build with them never fade. Every decision you make is just guided by what's best for children, even when it means much more work for you. For many of us, you've been much more than a colleague. You are the person we turn to for advice, perspective, honesty, and support. You listen deeply. You always tell the truth, even but kindly, and help us become better educators and better people. You've formally mentored so many teachers, but you've informally mentored countless more, including myself. One of the qualities that defines you best is your selflessness. There are endless examples of your generosity, but no greater than when you donated a kidney to a colleague on your second grade team. That act reflects exactly who you are, someone who gives of herself completely when others need her. Personally, I know I say this a lot, but it's so traumatizing that I don't know what I'm going to do without my sounding board. When I first met you, I quickly realized that every wonderful thing people said about you was true. Over the years, I've watched you navigate challenges with grace, advocate for students, support colleagues, and model what it means to be a lifelong learner. You've taught me so much, not just about education, but about life. Pam, you are the reason Central School is such a special place. We're going to miss you more than words can express, which while we could never replace you, we're going to do our best to carry on the example you've set and the legacy you've built. Thank you for your friendship, your wisdom, your honesty, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to this community. Most of all, thank you for teaching me what's important always, every day. We love you, and we were super proud of ourselves at her retirement party for singing her a song, and we decided we couldn't leave her without singing it one more time all together because it's so good. So we love you, and we're going to send you off with a song that we wrote for Pam. You can sing along. You can all sing along.
PTO meetings every second Tuesday. Kim Mulcahy, ice cream smorgasbord. No more scooping rock hard ice cream. Oh, we'll be broken hearted when you and us have parted. Please, please, pop up in and visit us. Kim Mulcahy, we will cherish you and wish you wonderful retirement. Kim Mulcahy, enjoy your new adventure. Bye-bye, doesn't mean forever.
We're done. And that's it. No more speeches for you.
I did not know we were going to have musical entertainment. Okay. Next, I would like to invite Ann Schisler up to tell us some things about Colleen Carson and her 38 years of service.
So I don't have a song.
I was hoping we could sing the Pam Mulcahy song too, with the Pamettes. That was adorable.
All right, so that's why I wanted you up here. All right, tonight we have the privilege of celebrating someone who is an impact on Elliott Elementary School cannot be measured in years of service, though 38 years is certainly remarkable. For 38 years, Colleen has dedicated her heart, her talent, and her energy to the children and families of Elliott. 36 of those years, a kindergarten teacher. And the last 2 years, she replaced me as a second grade teacher and rocked it.
Thanks,
right?
Ann.
Even though you were
I loved
scared to
it.
death.
I was so scared. It was great.
And learned a lot.
I did learn a lot.
I think you even said, why didn't I go to second grade sooner?
I did.
Yep, you
Like
did.
10 years ago.
Right. For Colleen, families have entrusted not just their children to her class, but multiple generations. She's taught parents, their children, and in some cases, even their grandchildren. For many educators, a change after 36 years might seem daunting, not for Colleen. When she moved to second grade for the final 2 years of her career, she didn't just survive, she rocked it. She brought same passion, creativity, dedication that made her an extraordinary kindergarten teacher, and quickly became a beloved second grade teacher, many of the kids had as kindergartners. One of the things that she has always set Colleen apart is her ability to bring learning to life. Her classroom was a place where creativity flourished. Art wasn't simply an activity, it was woven into the fabric of her teaching and her learning. If you ever needed a craft supply, chances are Colleen had 3 of them tucked away somewhere, maybe even 20. But she always knew where they were, and everybody always knows to go to Colleen. Her creativity, her treasures in her classroom are endless. But what truly made her special wasn't the supplies, the projects, or even the lessons. It was the way she loved and advocated for students. She believed deeply in every child who walked through the classroom door. She celebrated their successes and supported them through challenges and never hesitated to speak up for what she felt a child needed if they needed something more. She was a fierce advocate and a trusted voice for children. Her colleagues know her as someone with a wonderful sense of humor, someone who loves to sing. She could make you laugh when you needed it most and bring joy to even the busiest days. Yet alongside that humor was a no-nonsense approach that earned respect from everyone around her. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind, ask tough questions, or stand up for what she believed was right. Her honesty, integrity, and courage have made our school stronger. And just when we thought we knew all of her talents, she revealed yet another. During our Trolley Back in Time project, we discovered she's an exceptional tour guide. Whether she was sharing local stories, connecting with students, or entertaining passengers along the route, she embraced the experience with that same enthusiasm she has brought to everything that she does throughout her career. She loved having control of the microphone, which that wasn't a surprise. As she begins the next chapter, we celebrate not only the teacher she has been, but the legacy she leaves behind. Her influence lives hundreds of students, countless families, and generations of little hawks who are better because they spent time in your classroom. The halls of Elliott will feel a little different without her. There will be fewer art supplies mysteriously appearing when needed, fewer moments of laughter, and one less champion speaking up for children. But her impact will remain for years to come. On behalf of the students, families, and colleagues, and community members' lives that you have touched, thank you. Thank you for 38 years of dedication, creativity, advocacy, laughter, and love. Congratulations on your retirement. Don't be a stranger. It is well earned, and we wish you endless happiness and adventure and joy in the years to come.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. Darn it. Darn it.
Next, I'm going to ask Christine Goulet to come up and talk about 3 different staff members we have retiring from Marshwood Middle School. Libby Clark is your first retiree. Yeah, I'm not standing up here alone. So come on down, Libby, please. Be careful. There will be no singing, because you don't want to hear that from me. I will serenade Jerry. Okay, Libby Clark. I'm under the spotlight, Libby. I know. Unless you have a song. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Libby Clark. Today, we celebrate Libby Clark and a remarkable career dedicated to students, service, and the Marshwood community. Over the past 20 years as a social studies teacher and with 3 additional years as an ed tech, Libby has touched the lives of countless students. Since joining the district in 2002, she has been much more than an educator. She has been a leader, mentor, advocate, and a steadfast presence for students and colleagues alike. Beyond the classroom, Libby has given generously of her time and talents. She has served as a community leader, supervised office detentions, that must have been a long time ago, and remediation, advised student council, and most recently helped create a welcoming and inclusive environment for all students as an advisor of GSA. In addition, she has served as the building QEA representative for the past several years, advocating thoughtfully and consistently on the behalf of her peers. And I know we've probably missed a few because you've probably done much, much more. In every role, she has approached her work with compassion, integrity, and an unwaveringly unwaveringly commitment to doing what is best for kids and staff. As a social studies teacher, Libby helped students understand the world around them, think critically, and appreciate the importance of civic responsibility. More importantly, she taught students how to listen, how to question, and how to engage respectively with others. Her classroom has a place where students felt supported, challenged, and valued. For decades, colleagues have relied on Libby's wisdom, professionalism, and willingness to lend a helping hand. Her dedication to fostering students' leadership and building meaningful relationships has strengthened the fabric of Marshwood Middle School and left an impact that will be felt for years to come. Ms. Gallo shared a fond reflection about Libby, noting that she has affectionately given her the nickname Northern Lights. Did you know that? Okay, I just want to make sure you're aware. Inspired by Libby's tendency to wear clothing that in the beautiful colors of the aurora borealis, a fitting description for someone whose presence brings warmth, energy, and the light to those around her. Mr. Rowe shared a memory from their time together at USM ETEP program during the 2005-2006 school year. In addition to sharing nearly 11 classes, they completed their spring placement together at Wells Junior High School and were both hired at the same summer to join the Marshwood community. He remembers Libby as a kind, thoughtful educator who is always focused on helping students understand not just what they are learning, but how it connects to their future learning in high school and beyond. Whether 6th or 7th grade, her students left her classroom with strong sense of purpose and readiness for what came next. As Mr. Rowe shared, Libby has always been someone who thoughtfully prepares students for the road ahead and expressed deep gratitude for all she has contributed. Beyond school, Libby is a devoted mother and someone who deeply values time with her family. She loves to read and can often be found with a good book in hand and always continuing her lifelong love of learning. This August, I'm wicked jealous, I want to go with her. She will begin an exciting new adventure traveling on a safari in Africa with her daughter. A well-deserved and unforgettable experience to celebrate this next chapter of life. Thousands of students have been fortunate to call Libby their teacher, and generations of colleagues have been fortunate to call her their friend. Libby, thank you for your 20 years of service to the Marshwood community. Thank you for your countless hours, the relationships you've built, and the difference you've made in the lives of the staff and students. Congratulations on your retirement. It's so well deserved. We wish you happiness, relaxation, and many wonderful adventures in this well-deserved next chapter. We appreciate you and love you. Oh, okay, Mrs. LaPointe, Tracy LaPointe. Be careful, please. Take your time. Oh, no, see, she's already shaking. She always shakes her hand at me, so that's part of it. Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay, this is hard. Okay. We can do this, already? Are you going to sing?
No, I'm going to.
Are you going to dance? See, I'm surprised I don't have bruises from this one. Yeah. Okay, today we celebrate Tracy LaPointe, an extraordinary career dedicated to students' creativity. That's highlighted, bold, and underlined at the Marshwood community. Over the course of 40 years in the district, from 1984 to 1988, I don't know what you did in between.
I went to school.
That's right, girl.
Yep.
1990 to 2026. Tracy has made an incredible impact on generations. Stop. okay, we're going to get through this, of students and colleagues across Marshwood Middle School and Marshwood High School. Through her work in Gifted and Talented in ELA, she has inspired curiosity, creativity, and a lifelong love of learning. Tracy's influence extended beyond her classroom. She's been deeply involved in the life of the school community, advising and supporting a wide range of opportunities for students, including, I know I missed a ton because, okay. Art Club, Community Leaders, Hike Through History, Hardy Girls, Lego Club?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did Lego Club. Newspaper Club, Recycling Club. In every role, she created space where children could explore their interests, build confidence, and discover their voice. Across the 4 decades of teaching, Tracy has been known for her creativity, her enthusiasm, and ability to connect learning to real-world experiences. She helps students see themselves as thinkers, creators, and problem solvers, always encouraging them to think a little bit deeper, keep going deeper. And anytime Tracy would see me coming down the hall, I would say, "Hey, Tracy," and she would immediately giggle and say, "Hi." Oh no, now what? And I would share my latest idea without fail and be my ADD spastic self, and she would pause, and half a second later she would say yes. And she would run with it like it was her plan all along. She just knew that it would work. Anyone that knows Tracy knows that she's one of the sweetest, kindest, and most innocent people you would ever meet. So then along comes me. And if anyone knows our relationship and friendship, please cover your ears over there, okay? You would know that my favorite thing was trying to get her to giggle and blush.
Oh.
Even though, don't hit me again, even though now and then I would mischievously try to provoke her into saying things that were just a bit naughty. And before long, she would get laughing so hard that she could barely speak. And eventually, she would swat me away, still giggling, declare, "You're bad." Those moments would always brought me so much joy and laughter. I had to admit, I'm going to miss those making you laugh and trying to get you to unsuccessfully try to corrupt you. I'm still going to try to corrupt you every, yes, but I'm never going to be successful. That was the same willingness to laugh and embrace always led you to something wonderful. And one of the things this year that she came and did was American Sign Language this year. She taught that class and took it on the challenge with a small group of students without hesitation, and of course, with her trademark enthusiasm and creativity to let's make it happen spirit. One of Tracy's most meaningful professional contributions was help making design a new course called Growing Hawks this year at our school, focusing on teaching students executive functioning skills needed to become successful learners. Alongside with a colleague, she spent her summer developing curriculum with enthusiasm, creativity, and a genuine passion for student learning. The result was a highly successful program that continued to engage students and reflect her willingness to innovate and bring new ideas to life. Mr. Rowe shared a reflection that speaks directly to Tracy's energy and impact. Having taught both her sons, he noted that their professional paths have crossed more and more over the years as they're gifted and talented and social studies world aligned. In every instance, he found Tracy's enthusiasm to be contagious. Her genuine passion for teaching and learning is what draws students to her and keeps them engaged. And Mr. Rowe shared, it is that energy and authenticity that has made so many students naturally gravitate towards her and the classroom and her programs. Ms. Gallo shared that Tracy always has a smile and a warm greeting for everyone at MMS. Outside of school, she enjoys her country home as a cozy and welcoming place for her family, reflecting the same warmth and care that she brings to others each day. Mrs. Thompson, she nailed you, adds that Tracy has a beautiful habit of documenting every inch of her surroundings. Truly, a fire hydrant or a crosswalk is nothing's left unphotographed. While we often joke about it, it reflects something very special about who she is. She notices the beauty in everything. The rest of us tend to walk right past without seeing. Beyond her work and education, Tracy is an avid reader and enthusiastic gardener. She's also a wonderful listener, problem solver, someone colleagues and students alike turn to her for thoughtful guidance and support. Most importantly, she is a devoted and loving mother, deeply proud of her family and the life that she has built. Thousands of students have been fortunate to learn from you, and generations of colleagues have benefited from your collaboration, leadership, and unwaveringly presence. Your commitment to students in Marshwood has left us a lasting legacy, and that will continue beyond your years in the class. Thank you for your 40 years of dedication, passion, creativity, and service to Marshwood community. Your impact has been seen in every student that you have inspired, in every colleague you have supported, in every program that you have helped build. Congratulations on your retirement. May this next chapter bring you joy, relaxation, plenty of books to read, gardens to tend, photographs to take, and countless new adventures. Marshwood is a better place because of you and your legacy. I'm not going to look at you. And your legacy will continue to be felt for generations to come. And Tracy, whenever you hear someone say, "Hey, Tracy," I hope you still smile and giggle and wonder, oh no, what now? Because all of us who have had the privilege of knowing you, the answer will always be the same, something wonderful.
Thank you. Oh, you're awesome. That was awesome. Guess what? I get to bother you at home. I'm going to come find you. Thank you. Thank you. That was really good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kim.
These are not easy. Pam Mulcahy. Okay. Yes, we're bringing Mr. Petrie on stage, so please give him a round of applause.
I knew those Kleenex were going to come in here.
Door number 1. Let them all just start chanting. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. You keep me up here with an open mic. This is a dangerous situation. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, nothing I can say is going to do this justice, okay? You're sitting before someone that has put a lot of effort and work into this district, and okay, I'm gonna do my best. We've missed you. You look fabulous. Oh, I can't, oh, okay. Mr. Petrie, over 37 years in the district, Lee has impacted countless students as a social studies teacher, mentor, coach, leader, role model. Since joining Marshwood in 1988, right? 88, I was 11 years old. How old were you, Mr. Petrie? 23. He had gone far beyond the classroom, serving as a PLCSS peer mentor. We're never going to list all the things you did. Teacher leader, I could just have you do this. Student council advisor, support system member, and Alice trainer. That's not even half, right? Lee's influence extends well beyond academics. He has coached girls basketball at Marshwood High School, boys basketball at the middle school level, track, intramurals, freshman football, helping generations of students develop confidence, teamwork, and perseverance. A memory shared with me by Mr. Moore. And this encapsulates, if you know Mr. Petrie, this paragraph right here states it all. A memory shared with me by Mr. Moore came from a trip to the Outlook. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I heard it's a local.
Okay. An eatery. We'll go with that. Okay. It quickly became apparent that Lee couldn't walk 10 feet without being greeted by someone. In a room full of people, he seemed to know 3 out of every 4. It was remarkable to watch. But if you've spent any time around Lee or walked into his classroom, it made perfect sense. His genuine interest in people, his curiosity, his ability to connect with others has always been among his greatest gift. It's a true gift if you watched it in person. His room tells the story of a life well lived, filled with books, pictures, mementos, memories collected from the countless lives he's touched over the years. And that doesn't even touch music. Miss Gallo shared with another memory that speaks to Lee's character and professionalism. During her first year at MMS, when the Twin Towers were attacked on September 11th, 2001, Lee was asked to help students understand what happened. She recalled how he approached such an unimaginable event with honesty and compassion, presenting the facts in a way that reassured students and helped everyone that things were under control. Even in a time of uncertainty and crisis, Lee was a calming and dependable presence. And Mrs. Gallo put it, he has always been someone who could be counted on when people needed him the most. Mr. Rowe shared a story that captures another one of Lee's remarkable gifts. This is also spot on. His memory, Mr. Rowe first met Lee, was attending a summer basketball camp at Providence College. Uh-oh. It's all PG. As a rising freshman at Cape Elizabeth High School. The clicking? Okay. It wasn't until 11 years later, during a department meeting, that he realizes their paths have crossed before. As Mr. Rohr was telling a story from the camp, Lee interrupted, not to steal the spotlight, but to identify the 3 1996, my senior year, Charlotte Hornets players that the camp famous shot doctor had imitated while intentionally missing free throws. In that moment, Mr. Rowe realized that Lee possessed the greatest memory of anyone he had ever met. It's true. As Mr. Rowe reflected, Lee is a treasure trove of knowledge, both factual and anecdotal. Cataloging hundreds of years of history and always ready with a story or a laugh, no matter where the conversation may lead. Since the days when Huey Lewis dominated the charts, Lee has given tirelessly of himself, and thousands of students have proudly called him their teacher. For years, for nearly 4 decades, generations of colleagues have been fortunate to call him their friend. Those connections are what make Lee so special. Whether it was a former student, colleague, player, or friend, people remember how he made them feel
For many, it was his teaching, encouragement, and unwavering support that made a lasting difference in their lives. Whether teaching history, mentoring colleagues, leading students, or coaching from the sidelines, Lee consistently demonstrated a commitment to helping others grow and succeed. His dedication, kindness, humor, and steady presence have left a lasting mark on the Marshwood community. Congratulations, Mr. Petrie. Your retirement and 37 years of service at Marshwood. Thank you for the difference you've made in the lives of so many students, families, and colleagues. Your presence will live on in stories, memories, and relationships you have built over 4 decades. And Lee, for all that you have done for the Marshwood community and the countless friendships that you have fostered along the way, thank you. We wish you nothing but happiness in the adventures in the well-deserved chapters going forward. We love you.
Mr. Burnell, could you join me on the stage to honor Miss Ellen Kronauer?
First of all, I apologize to the Great Works group out there. You heard a lot of these things yesterday, so just, if it's anything funny, keep on, laugh once in a while or clap. So, okay. So, Ellen Kronauer. Now, I've been around a long time, as you know, and I've worked with so many people, and I've enjoyed working with most of them. All right? Most of them. I have loved working with this woman. And I'm not saying that to make you feel good. I have loved working with you. These last 5 or 6 years, we spent almost every morning out at recess duty, and at dropping off, with the parents are dropping the kids off. And I have learned so much. I know everybody that works in Portsmouth on the highway committee and things like that. I know so much about my staff that I didn't know. Any parent that comes by, she knows that one, that one. But Ellen is a gift. She is a gift. Now, she's been at the Great Works 18 years. I've known her for about 25 because when I was principal at Elliott Elementary School, she was a parent, and she had Whitney and Nathan, and I was their principal all the way up through. And then I think you sub over at Central.
Yes,
Central. And so Central's lost Nina, okay? Or maybe it was Barbara Mazika or someone. Someone let her get away, all right? And so all of a sudden, Ellen showed up at the Great Works School. And as I said before, I have just loved working with this woman. And the things that I like so much, there's so many things, and we're not going to be here all night. But one is she is such a hard worker. Now, she works with kids, and she's got an assignment, and you have to work with those kiddos. But it's not just that. If all of a sudden the cafeteria needs something, she's got the mop and she's taking care of something at the school. Mrs. Maloney in the library, I thought you were assistant librarian for a while because you were there all the time. If the custodian, she was like a sub-custodian for a while. There is not a job in that school that this woman wouldn't do. The other thing that I love is she is just reliable. Okay, she comes to work every day. And some people may say, people are supposed to come to work. She comes to work every day. And if she's out, I know that there's a good reason for it. And she is dedicated. She loves her kids. She loves the Great Work family. We had a tea party yesterday for her, and it was, I don't think she slept last night. She came in this morning, kind of wiping out cobwebs and things like that. But I had a great time. But she is so dedicated. She gives her all to the kids. And when I said she's a hard worker, just a couple of, because I have to tell a story. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, we're sitting out there as the parents are coming in, and she saw Mr. Hubbard, our custodian. She goes, I gotta go see Ed. I said, why do you have to see Ed? And he's got this long pole, okay? It's like a weed whacker, it's all sorts of tools. Well, it's a hedge trimmer, okay? The thing is it's powerful. This is not one of these rinky-dink, this is a powerful hedge trimmer. And so she goes, and I need a ladder. Now, first of all, I'm thinking, this sounds like an accident report, all right? All right. When have you ever got permission? So, and I said, Ellen, what do you need a ladder and a hedge trimmer for? And she goes, well, in our reading garden, there's this bush tree. We got 3 of them. And I don't know what's there. Ellen does. And she goes, and she likes it symmetrical. It's going to be perfect. And so she goes, well, I think I'm going to climb. Now, this is like a 12-foot ladder. This isn't like a 3-step. And so she's going to get up there and I don't think, you didn't do it yet, have you? No. Okay, please, if you're going to do it, let me leave, okay? Do it afterwards, all right? Because I just see problems with this. And then there was a night, this was probably, 7, 8 years ago, and our reading garden is just awesome. But sometimes it gets away from us. And all of a sudden, instead of a garden, I think we call it the jungle, the reading jungle. And so I was at work, and it was like 7 o'clock at night. I was doing probably their evaluations or something. I was doing something. And I'm like, I look out, and I said, what is out in that reading garden? There's Ellen Cronauer, okay? Weeds just flying left and right. And it is, and she's not on the clock. She's not on the clock. There is a job to be done. And when I go to that dedication. So then I think of a job as an ed tech, and so school board, you need to pay your ed techs more, okay? I'm leaving, so, okay, you just got to pay your ed techs, right? They can't do anything to me. So, but what I mean by that is, you get assigned a kiddo, or you get assigned a position, and Ellen has 6 bosses. Okay, it's not like one. She's got like 6 or 7 bosses. She's got me. Now, I don't know how good a boss I am, but I'm kind of a boss. But then, she's got the case manager for the special ed kiddo. Then she has the classroom teacher. So classroom teacher A may want want Ellen to do one thing. Another classroom teacher might want to do another. Then there are all the speech and language people and all the specialists and things like that. So it is a tough job. Ellen but she is so committed to the kids. I'm just going to tell you 3 stories. So just 3, okay? I'm not going to tell the one I told you guys, okay? That one. That we no. You want your last paycheck, right? Yeah, so you don't want to. Okay. All right. Okay. So there was at Pinkham Notch. This is years ago, and one of Ellen's favorite. I know it's one of her favorite kids. Mm-hmm. There was. We don't know what hike we're going to go on, and so what we get there that first day, and they kind of scope us out. So they decide that Ellen's group is going to go to Hermit Lake, the shelters, which is like just below Tuckerman's Ravine. So it is the second longest hike, but it is the hike that is like this, all right? The kiddo that she was with, honest to goodness, would have a difficult time walking from here to the gym, all right? And so I'm like, there is no way that kid is getting to Hermit Lake. Did he? I think she pushed him, dragged him. You know, I don't know. She might have been. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do, and sometimes I don't think I want to know. But it was one of these cases where that is something that kiddo will never forget. And it would have been easy to say, well, we're going to turn back, but that's not Ellen. A number of years ago, in our behavioral program, we used to get some kids from the elementary schools, grades first, second, third graders, once in a while. And there was one that we got, and so Ellen will tell the story. She could tell it better than I can, but she'll tell the story of he got mad at her one time, and all of a sudden yells down the hall, Mrs. Cronauer, you're the worst head tick there ever is. And so first of all, she should have got a raise right then, okay? It's in the world. That kiddo has grown. The mother will come by every once in a while and just say what an impact that Ellen had on him. Now, sometimes you don't know it then, but you have an impact. And the last one was this fall. Ellen went to a local restaurant, goes in to get a dinner, and all of a sudden this kiddo that is working there comes over and just gives her this huge hug, you know, tears, can't really talk, but tells Ellen how important Ellen was to this kiddo when she was in 4th and 5th grade. And I just think that sometimes we don't know, you know, what the impact. And Ellen, you know, and we've talked about you're hard on yourself, but you have made such positive impacts on kids. Ellen, nothing goes on at Great Works without Ellen involved. And I said yesterday, you know, it's either go big or go home for Ellen. She is just, she gets these ideas and she just takes off on them. I was saying at when we had our sleepover, I walked in, I had it lucky because I just said, I'm going to go out and do the campfire. I don't even be in the building because it's crazy. I come into the building, I come into the gym, and it is like neon strobe, you know, the lights are blaring, and it's just like, and there's Ellen in all her glory. Just the kids going crazy, but she just smiled away. But they had a great time. And one of the 4th graders said, I think it said to you, or she heard him say, he walks in, and he goes, and I didn't think this school could get any cooler. She doesn't just work with...
changed my mind.
You changed your mind? Okay. Okay. We'll rip that up. Good, because we need 6 people, so now we only need 5. And she gets involved in after-school activities. She's run the Learning Lab these last few years. I didn't even, you know, she just takes over and said, Ellen, make sure it works. She does it. She had a kindness club in Secret Service. She went out and bought sunglasses for all the kids. The kids had their collars up, and after school they would run around and do these kindness, these acts of kindness. One day she came to me and she said, you know, I need a bus. I said, you need a bus? Well, she goes, I got fly swatters and a balloon. I said, okay, let me try to figure this. I got to match this up. And so what she was going to do, she took her kindness club, and she went out, set it up to go up to Berwick Estates, and with the residents there. And so she took these balloons, she took these fly swatters, and I said, what are you going to do with fly swatters? And she goes, playing tennis. What do you think we're doing? And so, but think of the impact that has on not only the residents, but on those kiddos, that like, I can make a difference. And that's something we talk about all the time. So I could go on and on. I have loved working with this woman. And, you know, her mom it was great at the party yesterday. Her mom was there, her husband, Greg, 2 kiddos, Vivian, her little granddaughter. So she's going to get time to spend more time with her. But I do think Ellen has not gone away. She's already asked Sarah Alice if she can do an intramural. She's going to be on the sub list, and one of her favorite gifts yesterday was a leaf blower. Okay, she's always wanted a leaf blower. So we made sure she's got a leaf blower. So if board members, if you have any need of having anything blown, but I know, okay, but she is, I guarantee you, she's going to be up in those gardens next year and on the sidewalks and things like that, unpaid, by the way. No, that's Sarah's problem. Okay, if it's paid or anything. So, But again, I can't say enough, Ellen. You are just awesome.
So this retiree requires 3 different people to talk about him. The one and only Jerry Burnell. I'm the appetizer course here. I'm just going to say a few things about Jerry and then turn it over to Nina, who will then turn it over to Sarah. So Jerry Burnell, as you all know, has spent 47 years in education at Marshwood and 31 years as a principal. He has been Marshwood Great Works School's one and only principal since 1999 when the school opened. Jerry created Great Works to reflect the vision he held. Because of that vision and the way that Jerry is able to bring amazing people together in the interest of kids, Great Works is and has long been a uniquely special place. I've asked many Marshwood graduates over the years to reflect on their experience in our schools and tell me what stands out to them. They all say Great Works School. They mention Mr. Burnell. It's something special that's there. It's clear that Jerry has made a lasting impact on the Marshwood community. He has taught many students, parents, before teaching their children, creating generations of connections and memories. There are thousands of people who will always remember how he celebrated their work, supported their dreams, made them feel important, respected, and listened to. My work with Jerry started 13 years ago when I joined the central office team at Marshwood. And at that point in my career, I'd worked with some really exceptional educators. But I knew very quickly after meeting Jerry that he was in a league of his own. Not because he's the kind of principal I know I can always count on to do the right thing and handle tricky situations and de-escalate upset parents and manage conflict with ease, but more importantly because every decision Jerry makes is made with care and always puts kids first. 4th and 5th graders are such a unique stage in their development, and they start to see the world outside themselves and explore their agency in that world. And Jerry has this gift for embracing that burgeoning sense of independence and responsibility that those 4th and 5th graders bring. He cultivates their care for others by supporting all the ideas kids bring for fundraisers and service projects, and I don't know how many pancake breakfasts. But when I think of what it means to truly value student voice and build a school community and culture that is of, by, and for the students, I immediately picture Great Works and Jerry Burnell. Jerry built that. It's his legacy, and now it's our job to keep it alive and ensure it continues to flourish. Now I'm going to turn it over to Nina.
This is such an honor just to talk about Jerry. I just have a little bit. Okay, so in 1999, I was fortunate enough to have an interview. It was with Jerry and the principal at Central, so Jerry and Barbara. And I'm not sure if I make this up in my head, but I feel like Jerry chose me to go to Elliott. I'm not sure if that's, maybe he got the short end, but he hired me in 99. And as I was sitting here thinking that, actually was on my interview team for principal too, so he's hired me twice. Immediately I knew that he was the type of leader that I'd want to work with. Since then, I've had countless opportunities to be mentored by Jerry, to collaborate with Jerry, to observe his kindness, his empathy, and his genuine love for his job and for his students. It's a running joke at any meeting that you don't want to talk after Jerry talks, because he always knows exactly what to say and he always steals the show. And now I'm talking after Jerry talks, so I don't know how that always seems to happen. Although this sometimes can be intimidating, it really is the truth. He speaks from his heart, often telling a story or two from a day or how a child grew under the care of his staff. While I'm always next to him reading from a very planned out speech, word for word, that I get nervous even if I look up and miss a line, he is just winging it, and I don't ever see a piece of paper, and he always sounds elegant, he's always hilarious, and he's always genuine. I'm not sure if it was my first or second budget presentation meeting that I had to go to, and I was super nervous. I wrote every single word that I had to say. I looked over because Jerry was sitting next to me, and not only did he not have a speech written, he actually had the wrong budget book from the year before. Yet, he wasn't even flustered. He obviously knew his budget inside and out, and he still captivated the audience. I'm like, I would have ran out of the room, and I would have never come back. So one day, I really hope to be able to stop reading word for word and emulate Jerry. I think we'll be hearing for a very, very long time, don't go after Jerry. Jerry is a definition of dedicated. We've seen him coming to school with all sorts of injuries and illnesses simply because he loves his job. I will never forget, again, this was another budget meeting. This was the one that we were on the stage. That it was a budget validation meeting, and back then those were really long. I think it might have been the first one. It was really long. It was really long. And he had to have a ride because he was on pain medication because he had had some accident, but he still showed up on stage next to me. He wasn't quite himself, but he was there because that's what Jerry does. Often my students and families start to get nervous about leaving Central after 5 years. Yet the second the students and families meet Mr. Burnell, or hear about Mr. Burnell, or remember him from their own experiences, their worry washes away. Once they enter Great Work School, they don't look back, and they thrive under his care. I will miss you, Jerry, as a mentor, as a colleague, as a wellness co-partner, and as a caring, supportive friend. Please know that you can always come out and hang with the little ones at Central if you need some kid time. So thank you for all you've done for so many. Now it's Sarah.
Good evening. I've had the privilege of working as a teacher at Great Work School since 2013. Now I have to go after Jerry as the next principal. When I made the move to come to Great Works, I knew a lot about the qualities that I didn't really value in school leadership. But from the moment that I walked through those doors and I met Jerry Burnell, I began appreciating what I did value about a school administrator. And from that first interview, I could see the passion and joy that Jerry had for students, teachers, and the school community that he had built here at Great Works. Jerry has a rare and genuine ability to make every single person feel listened to and valued. And when you work for Jerry Burnell, you never have to wonder whose best interests are at heart. It's always the students. He has worked hard to build a community of teachers who push themselves to give students the richest educational experiences possible, to do whatever we can to support them as they move through their 4th and 5th grade years. And beyond academic excellence, Jerry has created a culture of joy. He goes out of his way to make students feel like they belong, to help them make memories, and to help them be genuinely invested in their own learning. He greets them every single morning with a smile and sends them off to the bus every afternoon with a fist bump. He's present in the cafeteria, on the playground, in the hallways, and in their classrooms. And most mornings, you will find an excited 4th or 5th grader skipping down the hallway, racing to the office, hoping to be the first one to ask and receive to get his tie. What started as a tradition because Jerry genuinely hates wearing ties and was happy to give it away, quickly became something much more meaningful. It became a connection that every student could seek out at some point during their Great Works experience, their moment to be recognized by the GOAT, the greatest of all times, to be truly seen by Mr. Burnell. And when the GOAT believes in you, you can believe that you can do anything. And that's what Jerry has done for thousands of students. He has taught them to believe in themselves. Jerry's enthusiasm for learning is infectious, He doesn't just support what students are discovering, he gets excited right along with them. He listens to their ideas, he takes them seriously, and he finds ways to help make their dreams real. Jerry has supported countless fundraisers with sales of bracelets, dog bones, and knickknacks to raise money and support our students' passions and the charities of their choice. He has helped all students who walk through the halls of Great Works see that they can make a difference in the world. As a leader, one of his most famous lines goes something like this: "If I'm the smartest person in the room, we're in trouble." And that one sentence captures everything about the way Jerry leads. He empowers every teacher and staff member to rise and meet their high expectations and follow their passions, to bring their individual talents and strengths to the team. He doesn't just tolerate that, he celebrates it. I can speak to that personally. When post-COVID, Grace Jacobs and I went to him with an idea to launch Woodland and Wonder, our outdoor learning, so that all students have that experience in nature. He didn't just approve it, he believed in it. He saw the value for students, but he also saw our passion, and that mattered to him just as much. He kept the program going after Grace retired. He let Wendy Shaw step in. And when a last-minute grant opportunity came to expand it, even though he knew it was going to require his own time, resources from the school, he didn't hesitate, because that is who Jerry Burnell is. He says yes to good ideas. He says yes to passionate teachers. And he says yes to anything that's good for kids. Jerry, next year, the halls may look the same without you there, but they are going to feel different. That morning tie tradition, seeing you laugh and wave at drop-off in the morning, hearing about your Pinkham Notch adventures, watching you bake dog bones in the home ec room after a long day, those things don't come with the title of principal, they come from you. I know that I will never fill your shoes, but I do know that I plan to continue down the path that you have blazed. Many times over the years, when faced with a challenging situation, I've asked myself a reflective question, and I'm working on making a banner to hang in my new office to remind me when the path gets rocky or there comes to a fork in the road. I'm going to ask myself, WWJBD, what would Jerry Burnell do? Your mentorship and friendship will be a constant guide through the hard times and the celebrations alike. So thank you for showing us what great leadership looks like. Thank you for making us better teachers. And thank you for making our school a place where our students and adults feel seen, supported, and valued. We wish you every happiness in your next chapter, and we hope it doesn't involve many ties.
Wow. Wow. What an amazing group of educators. I feel so blessed to have had the chance to work with all of them. I have just a couple of quick additional items, just kind of updates before we get on to new business tonight. I just want to remind everybody that graduation will be on Friday, June 12th at 6 p.m. here at Marshwood High School on the stadium field. I want to commend all the teachers involved, the PE teachers, the special education teachers, the educational technicians, Penny Gagnon, and all of those involved in creating a fantastic Marshwood Adaptive Track and Field Day on May 18th. It was a wonderful event. If you've never been, I invite you to come next year. It's fantastic. I want to remind everybody that our budget vote is on June 9th, and that Elliott voters will vote at the town hall, and South Berwick will vote here at Marshwood High School. I also want to take a minute just to say I attended adult education graduation last night with Rebecca. We had 6 graduates from our adult education program this year. 3 of them chose to participate in the ceremony last night. which was a wonderful event, and I'm super proud of what those kids have accomplished. I would also like to mention that we have a new board member. I don't know if Leona is here tonight. Oh, there she is, she's waving. So we have a new student board member that will be joining us in the fall. Leona, I'm gonna try Leona Shuitza? Oh, yay, I got it right. Welcome, Leona. We will officially seat Leona as a board member at our first meeting in September. Let's see. I also want to mention that, let's see, I skipped some things. Going way out of order. We do have our summer board meeting dates, just to confirm with everybody. July 15th and August 19th will be our 2 summer board meetings, barring any conflict.
Yep.
Great. We also have a combined board meeting with Rollinsford scheduled for September 16th. That is confirmed with the Rollinsford team. I also just wanted to let the board know Zora will be joining me, as well as Lucy Cox, for an National AI Summit in Boston this summer. We are going to be going down to UMass Boston and MIT to do some work with students and leaders from all over all 50 states.
Amazing.
So that'll be super fun, and we look forward to telling you guys about it after it happens.
Wait. Thank you.
And that brings me to the student report.
Thank you. I have something brief to say just to kind of wrap up the year, and then I'll hand it off to Kate if she wants to say anything. As our school year wraps up, we are all going to miss our seniors, and class schedules are coming out shortly. And our sports teams, including, I think all of our sports teams, including track, girls and boys lacrosse, baseball, and softball, are heading into playoffs right now. We also just finished our spring play, The Impracticality of Modern-Day Mastodons, which was another great reflection of the talent and dedication throughout our school community this year. And then I also want to just take a moment to thank the entire Board of Education for all the work that you have put into this position and how deeply you care about our schools and students. And then the same appreciation extends to our principals and our administrators, whose dedication is seen every day throughout the district. I'm especially grateful for the opportunity to have student representatives bring student voices into these conversations, and I'm excited to see how student representatives to the board, myself included, alongside the new representative, can continue to represent and advocate for the student body in years ahead. And I just want to say thank you for all that you guys have done and how supportive you've been of me and like the position this year. Hope you all have a good summer.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you've given me. I know that this year, I had a few conflicts that made it difficult to fulfill my position, but I really appreciate all the support that you've given Nora and me. Just the past 2 years have been really awesome. It's been really good as a future teacher to see kind of all the behind the scenes and how much hard work goes into maintaining a really, really awesome school. So just been very blessed to be a part of it for the past 12 years. So thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes my report. Turn it over to you, Mr. Long.
Thank you. We have correspondence on which the reports will move into the committees. First up, Finance facilities will next meet on June 17th. That's in 2 weeks. Ed policy met on 5/27. I wasn't there because I was sick. Does anybody want to add anything to your report on how that meeting went, other than we have a passel of first reads to attend to in our new business then?
That about covers it.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. We have several set aside.
We got some things done, and we got some questions.
Yes, yeah, 2 policy meetings worth of first reads.
Wellness SEL, the next meeting is TBD. I expect it will be no later than September, though.
Yeah.
We are going to put together a summer meeting for the wellness team, but I don't have the date yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that concludes committee reports. Brings us to new business. First order of new business. Who wants to make this motion, please?
I
move to approve the renaming of the Marshwood Great Works School to the Jerry Burnell Great Works School.
No, no, I'm seconding. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I say a couple? Just a couple things. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I didn't plan any remarks here. You guys all just heard about Jerry and his amazing legacy and everything he's given to this community for 47 years, and it just feels like the right thing to do. And yeah, I just really want to honor Jerry.
Since the board hasn't yet approved that, we should probably hold the appointment. All in favor? That's 6-0.
Hold on. We have just something prepared. Maybe? We have something prepared in a minute.
Giving the time.
That's a cute idea. Creative credit to Mr. Cormier and Rebecca on the banner, but we look forward to a temporary banner and then a more permanent name change. So congratulations, Jerry, and thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Orders of business involve nominations. May I have a motion, please, to approve the nomination of Amani Mungira?
I move to approve the nomination of Amani Minguirda. Give it to me again.
Wingira?
Wingira. First-year probationary teacher, social studies, Marshwood Middle School, school year 2026 to 2027. Bachelor step 7, $58,313.
Second, Heather. So Amani is, he's really enjoyed meeting with Amani. He is, as Jen said, coming with us, coming over to teach social studies at Marshwood Middle School. He's coming to us from Noble. He has been teaching 6th and 7th grade social studies and more recently some math and literacy intervention. And he also worked in the Multiple Pathways program. He has some military background and is just a really interesting human, and I think he'll really enrich.
Comments or questions? All in favor?
I move to approve the nomination of Sarah Balestro, first-year probationary teacher, grade 3, Elliott Elementary, school year 2026-27, Masters 7, $64,145.
Second, Heather. All right, Sarah is joining us to teach 3rd grade at Elliott Elementary School. She has a bachelor's in science in elementary education and a master's in curriculum and instruction from Merrimack College. She has most recently been teaching at North Berwick Elementary and the Knowlton School, and before that taught in Haverhill. And she couldn't be more excited to be joining the Marshwood team.
Awesome.
Comments or questions?
I'll move to approve the nomination of Elise, assistant principal, Marshwood Middle School, July 1st, 30th, 2027, $100,000.
Second.
So Elise is joining the Marshwood Middle School team as our new assistant principal. And she comes to us with a deep middle school background. She taught middle school English and was a literacy coach at Noble Middle School, and most recently has been the assistant principal at the Eric Nolan School for the last, I think, 4 years. She is going to be a great partner for Christine. She brings a lot of energy. She's very excited to be joining our team.
Comments or questions? Last of the nominations, please approve the nomination of Megan.
I move to approve the nomination of Megan Coombs, first-year probationary teacher, kindergarten, Elliott Elementary School, school year 2026-2027, bachelor's, step 12, $65,702.
Second, Rebecca?
Yeah, so Megan is also going to be joining the Elliott Elementary School team as a kindergarten teacher. She has bachelor's in early childhood ed from Plymouth State. She's currently working in a long-term, or not, maybe it's not a long-term sub position, but a one-year position at Kennebunk Consolidated School. Prior to that, she worked at the Backey School in Kingston, New Hampshire, and then before that, she did 5 years teaching in Singapore. So it's a really interesting background. And I was able to meet with Megan the other day, and she's very, very excited to join Elliott Elementary School.
Thank you. Comments or questions? All in favor? It is 6-0. Thank you. On to the first read. Your motion, please, to approve the first reading of policy KF.
I move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy KF, community use of school facilities.
Second, Heather.
Was there much change to this? This is an existing policy that looks like it's gotten the one update around propping doors.
Yep.
Or more correctly, not propping.
Exactly. We had lengthy discussion about the continuing issue with door propping, particularly with after-school activities and things happening nights and weekends and that sort of thing. So we brainstormed some solutions and updated the policies to try to help get a handle on that.
Great. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Okay, that's 6-0. We'll see that again in 2 weeks. Motion, please, for first reading on KF-R.
Move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy KF-R, community use of school facilities procedures.
Second, Heather.
Thank you. Looks like this updated language around propping doors or not propping doors, and
Yep. It's really, we were able to come up with a creative solution, working with our technology team to be able to give people that are using the facilities after hours, the ability to buzz people in on their phone just for the set time that they're there. So that's always been the issue, is like, say I'm running a basketball practice, but I've got to let people in. It's hard to be in two places at once. So we think this is going to help.
That's amazing.
Yep.
thank you. Comments or questions? All in favor? Good, 6-0. Again, we'll see that in 2 weeks. Motion, please, to approve the first reading of JFCK.
I move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JFCK, student use of personal electronic devices.
Second, Rebecca?
Rebecca, thank you. Looks like the only change to this existing policy is with regard to applying before as well as after school activities.
Right.
Comments or questions? All in favor? That is 6-0. Thank you. We'll see that again in 2 weeks. Motion, please, with regard to the first read of KB.
Move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy KB, parent involvement in education.
I'll second, Kate.
Kate, thank you very much. This is a new policy. This is not a policy that we have had in our policy manual. Is anybody from the committee who was present for the discussion want to speak to this?
This is one of those policies that was identified as a policy we should have, and it's a policy that comes up. Every 5 years or so, we go through an audit for our federal entitlement grants, and this is a policy they're looking for when we go through that process to make sure that we have procedures and policies in place to appropriately involve parents in decision-making and participation.
Comments or questions? All in favor? 6-0. Back in 2 weeks. And once that is approved and up on the website, we, of course, are going to encourage all of our parents in the district to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. motion please to approve the first reading of KCB.
I'll move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JKE, expulsion of students.
Second, Heather.
Heather, thank you. Like the previous one, this is a new policy that has been recommended to us, yes? Anybody from the committee have anything?
Are we on?
Did we skip
We skipped one.
Policy.
We skipped KCB.
Number 10.
That's okay.
KCB. We can come back to
Yeah,
KCB.
Yeah.
I thought this was KCB,
Oh, she read JKE.
Sorry, I read JKE. For some
Yeah.
reason, I thought we had.
and I didn't hear.
Okay,
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay, so we're on JKE.
We'll do
Yes.
JKE and then we'll
Let us-
come back.
Because of
Okay.
this motion, let us do
Yes.
JKE.
Okay,
Thank you, I missed that. Okay, so JKE, there's been some updates to this existing policy. Looks like the grade 5 or below non-expelled except for violation of the Free Schools Act. And the addition of a list of available and low-cost legal services must be created annually. Created and updated annually by the Maine Department of Education. Any other thoughts or comments about that? No, all good, all in favor? That's 6-0, very good, and we'll see that in 2 weeks. And now a motion, please, with regard to KCB.
I move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy KCB, community involvement and decision-making.
Second. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Second, Rebecca.
Thank you. Okay, this
So-
is another new policy.
It's a partner to the one we just previously did, that encourages parents to be involved in school, involved in decision-making, and I do think with our upcoming revisiting of our strategic plan, this will be a really good one to have on the books.
Very good. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion, please, to approve the first read on JKF.
I'll move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JKF, disciplinary removal of students with disabilities.
Second, Heather.
Heather, thank you. This is an update on an existing policy, and the only change appears to be the clarification of the language around special services versus special education. Yes. Comments or questions?
Just a change to the legal reference, yep.
All in favor? 6-0, thank you, that's very good. Okay, moving right along, motion please to approve the first read on JKF-R.
I move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JKF-R, disciplinary removal of students with disabilities administrative procedure.
Second, Rebecca.
Thank you.
So this policy is a policy that we already have, but it's being replaced. This is a replacement where MSMA has new policy language, so we just are replacing with the new policy here.
The procedure.
Yeah.
And the procedure, okay.
Very good. No substantive changes to what we do, I don't believe. right?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Clarifying some
Yeah, but where's
things.
the other one? Did we have a procedure for?
That's what I'm confused.
Yeah,
That's why I
we
should
should
have
have
JKF. This,
We should have.
Yeah, usually we get
JKF.
like a copy of it with it all scratched out, right?
I think it's a wholesale new,
Oh,
Did we not have a procedure?
so we didn't have a procedure
I don't-
before? We must not
I
have.
think we did.
Oh.
Are we rescinding, oh, is this?
We do
they
have a
recommend
rescind, but it's
replacing this
not,
with the most
it's not this one.
maybe we should hold off
Okay.
on this one before.
We can hold off on it, and if we need the other
Maybe
one.
like, yeah, just match it, just make sure that we're just replacing it versus rescinding.
Probably just replaced with
whatever.
updated MSMA. If you want to, we can bring this one back as a first read in 2 weeks with clarification on that. That's not a problem.
Yeah, seems smart.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, we have a motion on the table to approve it. Given that we've
wanna
talked
vote it
about
down, or-
bringing it back, I'm going to ask all in favor of approving it now. And all those opposed? That's 6-0 is opposed, so that was yeas, 0, nay 6. Given that we will bring it back at the next meeting
Okay.
with the clarification.
Just the R part, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
just the R.
Okay.
Yep. Motion please with regard to the first read on JLCB.
I'll move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JLCB, immunization of students.
Second, Heather.
So the big thing here is that there have been changes, they actually happened a couple of years ago. There's been changes to Maine law regarding student immunizations that were not reflected in our policy. The biggest being that there used to be a philosophical or religious exemption to vaccinations, and that no longer exists in Maine law, so we need to update our policies to reflect that.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions on that? All in favor? Okay, that's 6-0, thank you. That completes, motion please with regard to the first read on JLCB-R.
I'll move to rescind policy JLCB. Oh, wait.
No,
Consideration.
no, back.
I did it
15.
again, sorry. That's okay. Tired. Move to approve the first reading and discussion of policy JLCB-R, Maine school immunization requirements.
Second, Heather.
Thank you.
This is the same. It's just that removal of the philosophical exemption bullet on the last, second page.
Yep, got it.
Comments or questions? All in favor? 6-0, thank you. Motion please with regard to the rescinding of policy JLCB-E4.
I move to rescind policy JLCB-E4, immunization exemption form IEP.
Second, Jen.
This was the policy that provided a form for exemption, which is allowed by law.
Yep.
Comments or questions? All in favor? That is 6-0. Thank you. That's the end of our first reads. We've got one more item of new business, and that is a motion to approve the use of RSU35 transportation by the Elliott Recreation Department.
Move to use, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Heather. I move to approve the use of MSAD 35 transportation by the Elliott Recreation Department for the attached list of trips.
I'll second, please.
That list is attached to your agenda. If this is the usual, we do this every summer, yes?
Yes.
Comments or questions? All in favor?
Looks like a fun summer.
Thank you. That concludes new business. Thank you all. We have for building administrator check-in, we have the lower grades. Central, Elliott, and Great Works. We are doing that tonight, yes?
We can, yeah. Give us some updates. You guys have been busy. I feel like there's been so much going on. Who wants to follow Jerry Burnell?
I didn't really, there's so much going on, but just a huge, huge shout out to the Hike Through History. We had a wonderful hike that kind of went back to the high school being involved. It was wonderful, and just, again, it was Pam Mulcahy's legacy, and Rachel Moore and Meg Zully-Breen has now taken it on with Mr. Zamarki at the high school. So it was just a huge, huge success, and wonderful to bring that back to our school. So it was a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, I have lots of things here. Recently, our peeps bought 12 keyboards for our Miss Mara in the music room, so it's been really fun to go into the classroom and see all the grade levels using the keyboards. Mrs. Emerson down in the kitchen every year has the third graders as kind of a little celebration. They get to pick the toppings for a personal PM pizza. So today, all the third graders each had their own pizza with 2 toppings of their choice that she had made for them, which was really special. Last week, we had our first annual trolley back in time, and it was amazing. Our kids were a huge success, and it was just amazing. The kids gave tours on the trolleys. They had projects set up. We had a concert in the afternoon, a parent picnic. It was amazing. And it was just a beautiful day to be part of. Second graders yesterday and today were out on the Gundalo. They had beautiful weather, came back so happy. Third graders are heading off to the Maine Wildlife Park next week as part of their animal unit. Classes have been walking to the William Fogg Library to learn about their summer reading program, which has been really nice. Our kindergartners today went on a story walk, which was a project with the William Fogg Library and the Land Trust, and it was Story My Dog. They had a great time, came back, and kindergartners just hatched baby chicks as part of their animal unit. So fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll have to wing it again because I wasn't prepared to, like, what is going on in school here? So, So our fifth graders this week, they've been headed up to Lord Home Farms, do the estuary study. Fourth graders were hanging from the high ropes down here at the high school this week. I actually heard the conversation this afternoon. Connor had come back and he was saying, because what we do is we take the fourth graders at the end of the year, and he was saying the fourth grade teachers are like, they need to next year do a fall, have the kids come down in the fall, and then kids come back in the spring, because it is just so powerful. And Christine, just thanks to supporting it, and the high school. But we steal a couple of the phys ed teachers to be able to come down. So Renee's been down, and Nick's been down, and Connor has been down there all 4 days. So we really appreciate that, and it's just so cool to see those kiddos get to the top, and they're just so excited. The transitions from the third grade to the fourth grade, Sarah and Kate have gone down and met with the kids. They're coming up, and I think it's next week. I think it's next week. Fifth graders are going down with the middle school on Friday, and I hope I can get through this. I just want to thank the board for allowing me to be here. You know, when I got the job years ago, who knew it would be 47 years? And you know, obviously my family is number one, you know, but Marshwood is 1A, because it's been I love doing what I do. And I mean, there were so many nice things said about me, but the staff that we have, the community we have, you know, it's not the Jerry Brunel show. It is, we have surrounded ourselves with excellence. And I also, from the board, and that comes from the board as well. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate, I mean, that is unbelievable. When Heidi told me that yesterday, I was like in shock. And my only regret is, you know, I wish my mom and dad were here. Because, you know, I had so many stories. I know my mom was just enthralled with them. My father was kind of glazed over, you know, after about the fourth story. But, you know, I think that they would be really proud.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Yes, they are.
That was Jerry's last update.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Jerry.
We love you, Jerry.
Elise, do you want to just wave? I didn't get to introduce you. That's Elise. She's here tonight. I wanted to introduce her to all of you.
Welcome. Excited. Us too.
That concludes our new business, and anything, last comments from the board before we take?
I just wanted to mention that I was able to attend, I guess they called it an open house, the Unified Literacy Program at the high school earlier this week, and it was unbelievable, actually. I had no idea. The story that I got was that Heidi and Superintendent Caverly had gone to a conference, and there was a school that had this program in place, and they came screeching back to the high school and chatted with
Meg Murtha
Yep,
and
and Jennifer Redham.
Jen Reddymarker, and we sent a team to observe
Yep.
at the school that was already doing
At the
it.
school, yep, and then it was gangbusters from there. But it started with the two of them, and it was planned the first semester and implemented the second semester. What the program is that it's unified, just like our unified basketball and unified everything. There are mentors, student mentors, that are paired up, and they did different projects together all semester, from writing to creating robots, artwork. It was, and a mural. If you get a chance to go down the hall next to the cafeteria and look at the mural, there's a mural, and they got to pick the staff member that they wanted to paint into the mural, and each year those students will be adding to this mural over time until all staff is represented. Anyway, it was super touching, and to hear from both the participating students and the mentor students was heartwarming, as you can imagine, in all the ways for both sides and the educators that were involved. They're super inspired and really proud. So, thank you. Yeah, it was awesome.
Thanks for the update. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to enter into executive session, please.
I move to enter into an executive session for the purpose of evaluation of the superintendent pursuant to Title I MRSA subsection 4056A.
Second, Rebecca?
Thank you, Rebecca. For the record, we are entering executive session at 9:02. And I want to thank you all for coming.
Thank you.